Hello and welcome to our news program here from the VNA Center in Hanoi. I'm Ngọc Hà and our top stories for this hour.
Prime Minister Nguyễn Tấn Dũng meets Ecuadorian Minister of Foreign Affairs, Trade and Integration. June's consumer index inches up 0.05% from May. VNA Group upholds ethnic character for sustainable community development.
Vietnamese leaders greeted Ecuadorian Minister of Foreign Affairs, Trade and Integration, Ricardo Patiño Arocar, in Hanoi on June 24th. His visit aims to further cement cooperation with Vietnam in various spheres, particularly in economics.
Receiving the Ecuadorian minister, Prime Minister Nguyễn Tấn Dũng suggested Vietnam and Ecuador intensify the exchange of all-level delegations, support each other at international forums, and strongly promote economic and tourism cooperation. Vietnam stands ready to share its experience in national socio-economic development with Ecuador, the Prime Minister said. He expressed his hope that Ecuador will facilitate Vietnamese investment in the country, especially in telecommunications. Minister Aroca recommended the two sides promptly sign an economic cooperation deal and open embassies in each country to bolster bilateral and multifaceted links. He said he hopes the two sides will further enhance the exchange of all-level delegations and share economic development experience. The same day, the Ecuadorian minister was also welcomed by National Assembly Vice Chairwoman Nguyễn Thị Kim Ngân. She suggested the Ecuadorian minister exert more efforts to seek measures to boost ties between the two countries and parliaments.
And other news, Vietnam's consumer price index in June inched up 0.05% from May, driving the index in the first half of this year up 2.4% against last December, the lowest rate since 2004.
The General Statistics Office said on June 24th that the figure in June and the January to June period jumped 6.69% and 6.73% respectively year-on-year. Prices in 8 out of 11 commodity categories in June hiked 0.02 to 0.42%. The highest price during the month was seen in apparel, hardware, footwear group. Meanwhile, the housing and building materials group experienced the lowest increase. A decline was seen in restaurant services, transport, postal services, and telecommunications. The rapid slump in rice prices led to a drop of 0.62% in food costs. The office also reported that the country's two largest cities, Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh City, recorded a respective increase of 0.08% and 0.12% in the index.
An investment seminar focusing on green growth took place in the central province of Quảng Nam on June 23rd. The event is expected to promote initiatives and strategies on green growth applicable in Quảng Nam in association with neighboring provinces.
Speaking at the function, National Assembly Vice Chairman Huỳnh Ngọc Sơn urged Quảng Nam to speed up administrative reforms and facilitate investment in green growth development. Most importantly, economic development should align with the efficient use of natural resources, environmental protection, and social equality, he said. Major investment opportunities, especially in developing green urban areas, industries, and ecotourism, were introduced to donors, development organizations, and investors during the event, co-hosted by the United Nations Human Settlements Program. On the spotlight were several models of urbanization, economic development, and natural resource management using green practices. Under its own development strategy, Quảng Nam is now active in boosting local economic growth while managing natural resources and ensuring social equality.
The central city of Da Nang has presented the Certificate of Merit to Trần Đình Thắng, director of the U.S.-based Institute for Vietnamese Culture and Education. Thang was honored for his efforts to collect documents affirming Vietnam's sovereignty over Hoàng Sa Archipelago.
Thang donated to the city a collection of 150 maps published between 1826 and 1980, which indicate Hoàng Sa and Trường Sa archipelagos belong to Vietnam. Using his own money, the American Vietnamese traveled to the U.S., England, and Poland between July and October 2012 to collect the old maps. Thang said he has collected 80 of 100 international maps illustrating China, and all of them indicate that the southernmost part of China is ended at Hainan Island. I want to collect maps from various origins, publishers and distributors to enrich my collection. Though the collected maps are rather different, they all point out that Hainan Island is the southernmost part of China, and I hope that the documents will bring about scientific, historical and legal values in the struggle for national sovereignty. Thang said he spent $1,000 on 2 editions of postal atlas maps of China, including 49 maps published in 1919 and 29 ones in 1933 by the Directors General of Posts of the Ministry of Transportation of the Republic of China, as well as a copy of Atlas of the Chinese Empire with 23 maps issued in 1909 by the China Inland Mission. None of the 3 books list Hoàng Sa and Trường Sa in the maps or index pages.
A family festival opened on June 23rd in Hanoi. The festival aims to raise public awareness of the role played by families and the state's policies and legal regulations on families.
Under the theme of connecting love in Vietnamese families, the Vietnam Family Festival will run until June 20th with a wide range of activities, including exhibitions, exchanges, and art performances. Psychologists, consultants, and outstanding families will share their experiences in maintaining and fostering the family happiness, educating children, and protecting young families. A ceremony to honor outstanding cultural families among ethnic groups living in Hanoi will be held on June 27th. Art performances will take place every night during the festival. Parents and children will be entertained by a fair, a cooking class, and book readings.
The VNA ethnic minority group in the remote Contero district of Gia Lai province is in the spotlight for its efforts to preserve and uphold its ethnic character for sustainable community development. Let's take a look.
Khong Bro district has for a long time been considered the home of Gong culture in Gia Lai province, not only for the large number of Gongs in the district, but also the diversity. The district is preserving 560 sets of gongs, including 150 ancient ones. They are used in the community's festivals. Apart from gongs, local Bana people are conserving many charnel houses. Our Bana people believed that the souls of the dead will stay with us, so we must take care of them. The young villagers attach much importance to preserving the charnel houses. In the district, the community house is a sacred place for villagers to gather and hold festivities, such as celebrating the new harvested rice festival. This is the community house of Bana people in Halekatu village, which was built using traditional methods with all materials taken from the forest. After 3 years of construction, the house is essentially finished. All the villagers agreed and volunteered to have built this communal house, since we have a new and spacious place for common activities. It will be a hollow place for our God, built with the efforts of the villagers. Apart from preserving its traditional character, the district is actively educating and encouraging villagers to abolish backward practices, take their children to school, and go to infirmaries when they're sick. Preserving and upholding the tradition character foster the local socio-economic development. So for many years, the district has carried out many active and comprehensive methods to effectively preserve and uphold our traditions. The conservation of traditions affirms the will and aspirations of local people, as well as the efforts of local authorities and functional agencies for the sustainable development of the community.
That wraps up our program today. I'm Ngọc Hà and the rest of the team. Thank you for joining us and see you next time.